Yo, man. This sister over here, man. I'm trying to see what's good, dude.
So my homie over there with the hair, man?
Yeah, man. She definitely look like she charged some crystals, man.
Come on, yo. She definitely could align your chakra for real.
Yeah, that juju right, man. Let me see what's good. See if she carry herself like a goddess. Dido sit in his king chair. I need me a queen here. My jeans ain't that baggy. I ain't wearing no tight gear. Harlem, New York. I talk with Malcolm and Garvey walk. I only kill that mattress. Draw your outline in body chalk. I ain't trying to be nasty, but I tell if you ask me. Plus these sisters need to know my lap ain't no fag seat. No haste for procreation. I ain't wasting your company. Love to be the guard of your prayers and catch a felony. Ready to protect you from the sheriffs and his deputies. Now check me. I ain't Mayweather, but I hit that bag to make it last. I walk the path, need some healing from the whiplash. Usain Bolt, I season tracks, come be my Mrs. Dash. I'm Dido Green, tell my daughter, baby, stack your cash. What's the 411? Let me know, son. What's the 411? What's the 411, queen?
What's the 411, king?
I'm about to do my thing.
Yeah, you about to do your thing.
What's the 411, queen?
What's the 411, king?
I'm about to do my thing.
Yeah, you about to do your thing.
What's the 411, queen?
What's the 411, king?
I'm about to do my thing.
Yeah, you about to do your thing.
What's the 411, queen?
What's the 411, king?
Yeah, I did my thing.
Yeah, I know you did your thing. Yeah, bro, what makes you different from the next brother? Black power speech, would you really face this beef? I hope the heart inside your chest intact. Have you rapping, tapping out if I throw this back? I ain't got no time for Uncle Tom's, that's a Becky's man. On the block the next day, screaming free the land. Black in sight, but in your heart, there's a whiter man. I'm not having that, no, I'm not having that. I'm the goddess, you the god, that's how it's got to be. I'm Jasira, ain't no coons running up in me. I've seen it happen to my sister and her friend Shanice. Righteous step, respect, protect, then we'll be free. So if you with it and earn your 7 digits, then I trust you'll catch me if I fall. If you with it, let's decipher chemist walls. Yeah, so what's the 411, huh?
Yo, Che Black, I seen Shorty from way back. I think she right, brother.
Yeah, what's up, man? She giving you that flavor? What's good with that?
All that flavor, all 32 Baskin Robbins ain't got nothing on her. That juju is correct.
Good word, I heard that, man.
Yo, man, Pastor Green need a first lady. I think this is it.
So, man, go holler, man. Go in with it, man.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna see what's up. Trying to go season vegan, baby.
All this love, all you can have.
Dido Green knows you're special.
All my life I fight for you.
I need your strength to pull me through.
You need me and I need you.
Dido Green's very special.
Singing to you, the spirit divine.
The sound of your voice helps me refine.
A black man's love is meant for me.
Jasira, you're something kind of special.
Black love is right, worth the life that I'm living. You're very special.
Yeah, What's the 411, queen?
What's the 411, king?
I'm about to do my thing.
Yeah, you about to do your thing.
I said, what's the 411, queen?
What's the 411, king?
Yeah, you know I did my thing.
Yeah, I know you did your thing.
Yeah, we live in the building, one time for the one time. We got the family in the building. Okay, I'm feeling especially blessed. That's how I started off like that. Instead of saying, getting it together, getting swaggerized, okay, getting godified, okay, godified and codified. We in the building right now. So let's do God see. We got the God see makers in here. God herself in the building, okay. Sunshine Monie Danielle. And the sister who don't take no mess in the building, Danielle, what's going on? How y'all feeling? What's goody? What's goody? What's goody? Look at Jesus walking over there. Jesus, wow, look at Jesus walking over there. I'm telling you, look at Jesus walking over there.
Oh, no, she isn't.
Ooh.
Okay.
Do it now. Won't she do it? Won't she do it? Won't she do it?
She never ceases to amaze me. every time. I'm feeling good. I'm about to
No,
sip
I
on
had
this
to come
tea, so I'm about to
outside.
wake
It
up. I
felt like
was a
hella
little bit of
loud.
sleepy, but this is about to put me in.
Can y'all
Yeah,
hear
who
me?
like you was in no chair? Says you like you was up walking. Yeah.
Yeah, I had to get up and walk outside, which I wasn't trying to do because it's cold as shit out here, but it is what it is.
I was saying, ain't it cold up there in Jersey?
Yes, it's very cold. I'm sick of this shit. Like, I'm starting to get angry about it.
You gotta take your talents to South Beach out here. You know what I'm saying? Act like LeBron, like yo, I'm out, son. I'm out, yo. It's big break.
Yeah, like I can't wait to move away from here. I'm never coming back. I might come back in July. That's it.
Jersey.
It fucking sucks out here. I'm sick of this cold shit. Don't make no damn sense.
Well, the whole forecast is lined up
You
with
heard me clowning in the
it's
background talking
about
about G.
70 degrees all week.
You was over there walking on water. You saw walking on that water.
Trying,
Had
man.
to shimmy together and all that. She was shimmying, shimmy,
I hate
y'all,
this
shimmy,
shit.
shimmy.
I'm not having fun.
You better take it easy
Let's
on
get
that
this
leg,
right.
sis.
Yeah, I know.
I need to know
What's up
all
with
of
you?
the tea. I need to know all of the chakra. I need to know all of the backstory of Virgo Virgin talk before we talk about anything else. I need to know all of the stuff of the stuff of the stuff of the stuff. Okay. Like how y'all know each other, you know what I'm saying? I'm all in the business. Like how y'all know each other. You understand what I'm saying? Like who is you is and who is you is like what's up? Like tell me some stuff.
We met on Facebook
Believe it
like
or not,
a good
we only know each other through
5 years
Facebook.
ago. Probably longer than that.
Yeah, it's like dating site.
You're right. We aligned on Facebook. I got addicted to her soap. She was addicted to the jewelry, and we became friends. Like, she had hit me up. I want to say like 3 or 4 years ago, and was like, "Yo, we need a podcast." Like, and I'm like, at that point in time, I was like overbooking myself and stuff, so I didn't have space. But like, that was something that I had already, wanted to do, and it was like last year we both finally had space to do it. So it was like, Danielle really manifested Virgo Virgin Talk. And we just been, this our second year doing it, and it's been really dope. Like the whole first season, we was talking about like celestial bodies, like the planets and the asteroids and the comets and the zodiacs. Like every episode was on something different. This season, it's kind of been like a nice timeline of man. Really, that's really what it's been like. Starting with the mermaids and Inky and Lil and Genesis in the Bible, and making our way to the lineage of the Moabites and Jesus. We just did an episode yesterday. That was a really dope episode, like the flat Earth versus the round Earth. And now that we got everything on Earth, in alignment, now we moving on to talking about like aliens and shit. So it's been a really dope, very informative season. I'm happy about it.
Yeah, we learned a whole lot too. We do some very extensive research. And here's the secret: before we get on every episode, we talk for about like 3-4 hours already.
Right.
So we've been doing a whole full shift, and we already talked 2 hours. You know what I'm saying, on our podcast amongst each other. So it's usually just like a casual conversation. You know what I'm saying, where we're just educating each other and sharing knowledge, whatever we had discovered.
That's flyness. Okay. That's flyness. So aside from the soap and aside from the jewelry, what was the other information / attraction that made the talk happen?
Well, initially I had wanted Sunshine to teach me about like astrology and numerology and all that or whatever, because she does her planetary forecasts and all that. And I was thinking about doing like I think I was thinking about getting into like tarot reading, doing readings and stuff. But I had like a lot of doubt within myself because I felt like I wanted to obtain more knowledge about the cosmos and everything before I can get embedded with that. But she didn't have the time, like I said, to do so, like she said, to do so. at that moment. But when we started doing our podcast, that's why we started a podcast or whatever. It didn't click to my mind as of yet when we were beginning our podcast that I was learning all this, learning more and getting in depth about our chakras, learning more, getting in depth about how the stars and planets affect your zodiacs and all that, and how they move. You know, each planet moves through a zodiac, or each zodiac moves through other celestial placements or whatever.
Yeah, it's been the first season was like my comfort zone because I was talking about shit I already knew, but it was still like expansion for me because it was really like not just getting into the astrology part of it, but also the astronomical part of it too, and they both go hand in hand. And first season really assisted me with expanding the planetary forecast I do on Mondays and like really getting a basis. Cause like, when Danielle came to me and was like, I want to learn how to do these things. Like, I'm a really good teacher, but I like to have like a setup. Like, I am a teacher, so I like to have like a syllabus in mind and like an outline of how, this thing is going to go. And I didn't have that. So being able to do like the first season of Virgo Virgin Talk really brought like, some sense of organization when it comes to, in the future, when I am in a position to start like teaching people stuff, I have that now to be able to do that. So, and this season has just been like, just completely like mind opening for me. Cause, I have my foundation in the church or whatever, but like, just learning, reading the Bible over with this new set of eyes and looking at the maps and, aligning the histories, with the different like religious books, like all that shit was pretty dope. Being able to do that and then having somebody walk through it with me. And like, what I like about me and Danielle is like, the platform that we have, we don't debate on that platform. Like, ain't no debate and ain't no arguing or back and forth. And that's not to say that we agree on everything, because that's not true. It's just like we've created such a really dope safe space that like, even our guests say that like they love that they can come on and say some shit we don't agree with and still feel like they in a safe space. Like they don't gotta argue, ain't no us yelling over each other to be heard. We're not trying to convince each other of each other's views. It's really like mature dialogue. And I like that. That's so refreshing because even now, like I was just complaining yesterday because I be trying to watch these like different people get interviewed and shit, and it's like even interviewers don't know how to interview no more. Like if you give them an answer that they don't agree with, like they chopping at your neck, and that's not what an interview is. You supposed to just be asking them questions and getting the answers and moving on. Like these interviewers be asking questions and they don't even be listening to the answer. They just be waiting to respond because they already got an argument in their head or a way to debate in their head. And I peeped that, and that shit makes me not want to support the interviewers, even though like they might be interviewing somebody I like. Like I watched this one interview with 19 Keys, and you could tell the woman that was interviewing him already had it in her mind like the kind of man he was. So he couldn't even get a word out. Like every time he said something, she was just already over talking him and already had an answer or a response. Like, bro, can he say what the fuck he gotta say first? Like, I don't like shit like that. And I just like that, me and Danielle, we don't even try. Right. We don't even try to not do that. It's just naturally like it's a natural respect there on our platform. Like you can come up here and be yourself and say what you need to say. At the same token, you gonna have to come and be respectful because like I'll be telling people like, bro, I'm the producer up there. I will take you off of air. Like I have no issue with doing that. But we've never had an issue with that. Thank God. We've never had an issue with that. We had somebody in the comments that thought they was gonna be in the comments all crazy every episode, but that's about it. And that man did not get no energy. His soul.
Yeah, God knocked that energy right on out of there, though. But rest in peace to him, though.
For real.
For real.
I think my favorite episode so far on here was maybe like the Inky and then Lil episode. Cause that would put together a lot of pieces for me, learning about the Sumerians on that level.
Yeah, because the only time I ever learned about the Sumerians or what I was when I like came across something I was looking for, and I wasn't looking for that though. And I just ignored it, you know what I'm saying, because it wasn't a part of what history I was taught. It was always something that was rejected or whatever, or seen as evil, and is not a part of the history that people of the church want to teach you, or public schoolings ever wanted to teach. So yeah, that a lot of our episodes I'm very interested. I'm all our episodes are our favorite. These are my favorites though. I just don't have one, but that one was the foundation though. You know, it tells you how the beginning in the beginning, this is what it was, and then you had other spin-offs from that story, and it's written as well, just as much as the Bible. It's written on ancient cuneiform. So, but the mermaid episode, that was something I always wondered about or whatever, and I just thought it was something fun to do. But we went in pretty much in depth about it. And I didn't think we was gonna
Yeah.
get that deep into talking about
Exactly.
mermaids.
I love the mermaid episode because I really didn't think that it was going to turn that way. It really was like we thought we was about to do some fun shit about mermaids, and then it ended up turning into like the preface to like the episode about Enki and Lil, and Enki making these I guess chimeras, if you will, the 7 sages to come down and teach the people, and that's who the Sumerians give their credit to with learning is the half man, half fish, or the half man, half bird, and learning about the difference between sirens and mermaids, because those are 2 different things. And just seeing how Hollywood is dusty as fuck, bro. And I think that's one thing that this season really brought to light, how dusty Hollywood is, and how they really controlling the Google search results, and it feels like almost intentional, because it was like clockwork. Like our episodes were so divinely aligned that every time we did an episode, it was some shit happening in like pop culture that was kind of like shaking up the algorithms. Like we did the episode on Enki and Lil and the Anunnakis and all that, and then like shit like Black Adam came out, and the next Avatar came out, and then you had the thing with Ariel, everybody getting mad because they had a black Ariel or whatever. Like all this stuff muddying up the Google search results, so you're not seeing like our history, you're not seeing our mythology, you're not seeing our science or nothing. You're seeing these characters in these movies and on these television shows and all that stuff instead, or like the little Reddit dialogues about the TV shows and the movies. So they're basically like making our history this fantastical, like fictitious story. Like, bro, what the fuck? Like, about a year or so ago, it was so much easier to look up, the Moabites and all that than it was a couple weeks ago trying to do that fucking episode. It was wild. Like, they talk about the Moors in that movie, Maleficent. So where like if I go to Google, Maleficent is going to show up before an actual Moorish website. Like that's where we at now.
They had no Moors in the whole first movie. They didn't have like one single Moor, even though they mentioned their name. They didn't have not one single Moor in the movie. They didn't show them until the end of damn near the end of the second movie, I think. And he was like, "Oh, there was black people over there at that time." If you didn't know no better,
right. And it's crazy because there are people out here that don't care to read books or don't care to cross-reference. They're not those kind of researchers. So like they're gonna be the ones that fall for the trap, fall for these Google results. Some people don't even got enough sense to go to the 6th, 7th, 8th page on the Google search. They're gonna stay on page 1, 2, 3, and if you don't find it, it's not fucking there. And it's unfortunate, but like on some Bobby Hemmett shit, that's like 80% of the fucking population, bro. That's a lot of fucking people that's out here being dumb.
That ass.
But I'm glad that we have our podcast. I think one thing that we get complimented a lot on is our candor. When we're presenting the information, it's always in layman's terms where, like, you know, the average individual can't really listen to us and they can understand what we saying, and, you know, we funny, you know, and, you know, it's not hard to like decode what we're saying. That was another thing. Like when I was trying to learn from other people, you know, I get the etymology of things, this, that, and the third, but like at the same token, let's be fucking present. Like, bro, it's 2023. That's not how we talk. And I could tell when people were making these, you know, YouTube videos, they be forcing themselves to construct their sentences, how they doing it. And it's just like, you don't gotta do all that. Like, because the average individual, they don't know what the
Yeah,
fuck
your
you
diction
talking
is
about,
not
bro.
flowing normally like that.
Yeah, like anybody listening to that, you all stumbling
Look,
over
I
your
talk
words
as
and
simple
saying
as
something.
possible. The only time I do some complex talk is when I'm writing. Right.
Right.
Yeah, we break it down a lot, and we break it down, like you said, in layman's terms. We you know, to the most simplified form that we can. You know what I'm saying? Now, upon doing our research, you know, they talk like exactly how Sunshine talk about with their diction, and they can overly just training themselves to, you know, speak like they speaking to or doing rocket science. You know what I'm saying? When it's really, you can just make everything so simple and not make it as complex. And a lot of people are comfortable with looking at our show. It might not be quite everyone's taste or whatever. We're not politically correct, but we're not trying to be. Our interviews are basically conversation. That's what interviews are. It's a conversation. You ask a question and got an answer. You have a comment or whatever. There's disagreements sometimes. You know, we might not agree. Like, we don't agree with everything, but shit, we see the differences. We respect each other's points of views, though. We have two different outlooks on shit.
Right. And I always appreciate listening to Danielle's outlook on things, especially when they different than mine, because that's like expansion over here. Like, I get to hear something from a different point of view and hear the why behind it. Like, I'm one of those people where I don't really pick sides anyway. Like, if something feel good, then I'm like, oh, that sounds good. Like, I could adopt it. Like, I could absorb and apply that. That sounds right. And I think that's why a lot of people can't put their finger on me, because I don't go with just one way of things. It's, you know, it's so much life to be had. Why the fuck would I just pick one side? Like, that don't even make sense. That's not fair. Like, all these years I got to live and all this time I got on my hands, and you telling me I got to pick one or the other point of view and I got to live this lifestyle or that lifestyle? Like, nah, bro, I want all the flavors. The fuck? I'm like the kid at a slushy machine, just mixing it all up in the cup.
Good, bad, and ugly. Yeah. Hell yeah. And that's what Big Virgo Virgo Talk work.
I love it. So I remember you said something earlier. Well, I saw it earlier. I don't know when you said it, but you was talking about the different metamorphoses. You see what I'm saying? It was you went from the larvae all the way through to the butterfly. You see what I'm saying? So you like, nah, I'm about to turn up on y'all asses. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so from one manifestation to the next. So with the show dynamic that y'all got together, just in that analogy space, like, how do y'all see it adapting and evolving and going through these different metamorphoses?
You know, when we first started, it was just the straight up like astrology. This season has been so expanding. We touched on so much more than that. And I know we wanted to do our season finale in front of a live studio audience in March. So, you know, that's definitely something, you know, that's going to be expanded experience for us. And then, like, we've been trying to manifest this tour. We're trying to, you know. Oh, and I had an idea about that too. I wanted to touch you about, like, if we go to the places, we can go museum hopping, or like how they do the, you know, if we in a certain town, we could talk about the people that was born here or somebody, like a historical figure or something. But that's just like an idea. But yeah, I'm like trying to manifest this tour, man. You know, I'm waiting on Knowledge Born, you know, to get it together. And then, you know, I got Foxy Roxy with the Seas of Sun podcast. And then we got some artists that we've been aligned with that really rock with us. So like, between the music and the podcast, like, the tour is coming. We just gonna keep speaking it. And, you know, me and Danielle, we both Virgos. So whatever, you know, we speak, it manifests. So it is what it is. It doesn't matter. Time to catch up, you know.
Me, I'm the type, you know what I'm saying? If I have an idea, I'm gonna bring it to Sunshine, you know what I'm saying? Sunshine she might give it a little more thought on it, you know what I'm saying? But I want to process it, I want to do it like now. And I think sometimes I tag her, I push her, I give her a little push and tag her along. And then sometimes when she gives me a little push, you know, as well to keep going. So because there's some days I ain't gonna hold you. Well, I don't even feel like doing a podcast that day, but we make it through. You can't even tell which podcast it is.
Right,
Because
right.
we end up having fun. We end up learning, you know what I'm saying? We both love to learn. We love to share knowledge. And we're healers as well. And it's also therapeutic for me, you know, as far as like changing our episodes or something different, but it seems like it's going in order, especially with season 2. And we're doing a whole lot, you know, like inviting people on the show, talking about subjects that people normally don't talk about. Like we had the pathway to sovereignty or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So we want to definitely try to manifest to and breathe in and take it. Oh yeah. Yeah. We're gonna breathe in and take the manifestation. We're gonna manifest that we're doing to do the tour.
It tastes like gasoline and
yeah.
pollution.
But we're definitely, you know, we're switching gears a lot. Every episode is something different. It's something new, and we're constantly evolving. We're constantly changing within every episode.
Agreed.
So what season we on now? We're going into season 3. We midway season 2.
Yeah, we in the middle of
We're
season 2
already
right now.
halfway in season 2. We just finished our 7th episode, so now we're moving on to episode 8 next week.
Yeah,
and that's another thing. We brought it even harder.
What happened?
Go ahead, sis. I was just saying we brought it even harder this season because what I want to say was we kind of skipped. You know, we're doing it every week on schedule this season. Last season, you know, it was supposed to be scheduled on a Saturday. We probably had to do it last year with our lives and whatever, trying to juggle podcasts and, you know, our personal lives stuff and work balance. But this season, we're really, really, really dedicated and trying to stick to our schedule the best we can. But go ahead, sis.
Yeah, the schedule was flying though. Like the day we did the Pathway to Sovereignty episode, we had the goddess come on, F. Denise Bay, and she was, you know, really talking about like the different resources and the mindset and, you know, the different books to read, you know, on the pathway to, you know, claiming your straw man. And I really enjoyed having her on there. But you know, the divine alignment was the very next day. It was Noble Drew Ali's birthday, so it was like, dang, like that was fly. That's dope. That's dope. And then you can watch it on Virgo Virgin Talk on YouTube. We on YouTube. The name is Virgo L. And yesterday's episode was on Flat Earth versus the Round Earth, and that was a really good episode. The conclusion we came up to was we ain't even on Earth. We on a spaceship. And it don't even matter what shape of the earth is because we're on a spaceship anyway. And that's why. And then, so after I got off the phone with you, I smoked a little bit and I was thinking about it. And I was like, dang, because if you go back to the episode with Denise, when she was talking about you got to get your information off the ship and shit, she talking about the spaceship we on. That's wild. That's why everything is associated with the ship.
Right. Everything from previous episodes or what have you comes back to the current episode all the time. Yeah. Even with the mermaids, when we was talking about the firmament of the sky picture or what have you, and when the brother explained about the canals or the tunnels that's burrowed on the ground, I was like, oh snap, something just clicked in my head because we looked at a video that was showing about when they had those BP fires or whatever, the oil rig fires, and they was really trying to burn out and blow up the tunnels for the mermaids. I was like, oh wow, that's probably the folk who's down there, yo. Like you never just know.
Right.
Even though it wasn't associated with the ship of the earth or whatever, but it was still vital information that we had to share.
Right. The stuff it really do be clicking in alignment. The next episode we got is the celestial maps, which I think that this past episode was a very dope segue into, because we got into the shape of the earth. We started getting into this what is it, behind the ice wall. Started talking about that a little bit. You know, we did an episode last year on asteroids and comets, and we talked about the makeup of a comet and how, you know, it's literally encompassed by like an ice wall or whatever. So I'm like, bro, like I feel like, you know, Earth is kind of egotistical, and we giving ourselves a little bit too much, like, you know, space. Like we ain't, like we a dust nugget in the sky, and I don't think we really like bringing that reality into the forefront of our mind. So we just got this like earth central mindset. Everything evolve around the earth. Nothing else is living but on the earth. Like different shit like that. Like I don't, you know, that mindset just don't make sense to me. If Earth being so small and all these other planets being so big, and if all the other planets got Earth have ice walls. And if you look on our map, clear as day, it looks like we are surrounded by an ice wall. Then, you know, I don't know. For me, 2 + 2 = 4. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. You know, some people equals 8. And who am I to argue with you? I'm not going to sit here and argue with you. It equals 8 over there then. But, yeah, coming into this, you know, episode about the celestial maps, I'm excited to getting into the 178 domes or the heliocentric model. You know, honestly, I feel like they're all in alignment of one another, especially when you get into Juniper's belt. You know, that could easily be like a little bit of the 178 domes right there. I don't know. We're going to get into it. I'm excited about it because I'm a geek.
Yeah, I'm excited about it because I don't even know what sis was just talking about just then, but I'm damn sure going to research it and give you some answers and some key clues. I'm gonna have some input on it.
You remember that map you sent me where all the different planets was inside of a dome?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that drawing. But that's kind of like the belt, like the asteroid belt.
See, I'll be looking at stuff and sometimes I don't even recognize. I'll be like, oh, this is interesting, sis. Check this out right here. Because I know with your mind, you know, saying to them cosmos all the time, I know it can go a little bit further than what I can at the moment.
My mind just be making shit up. I never want to like come through like I know what I'm talking about, because give me like a week later, I'm gonna find some new information and it'll probably switch up what I thought before. Like I'm very open to like evolution, like especially with my mind and with my thoughts and what I think I know. Honestly, I'm at a space where I know that I know nothing. I don't know shit. I just think a lot of stuff. You know, and I really like my thoughts. And sometimes my thoughts feel good and they feel like something that I can absorb and apply. But I'm not about to sit up here
with your information, though, whatever you bring. You know what I'm saying? Not to say I don't do my own research on it or what have you. I don't have my own thoughts, but I trust a lot of your information when we're speaking about those particular celestial subjects, you know, because, hell, you got over, 16 plus years in it. Why would I not?
Yeah, I've been doing this for a minute.
And then you my teacher on that. Yeah. She my teacher on that. So, you know, I'm still a student. Even though she says she's still a student, I'm still a student under her in that department. So it's a balance. We're always balanced.
It's a nice balance here.
Look, I'm telling y'all doing so much amazing work. And Sunshine, I know, like, you don't never sit still no damn well. So I don't even know how you even got time to do anything, because you have 75 things going on at one time, at all times. You see what I'm saying? And Danielle, I don't know you that well, God, but I know what I heard when we came on already. You know what I'm saying? So I already know, like, y'all be juggling chainsaws and universes at the same damn time. You understand what I'm saying? So,
yeah, like, I did a whole shift in the kitchen this morning.
Sit down somewhere. What was that? That was over the week. I'm like, bro, if you don't go sit down somewhere, we both gotta learn how to sit down.
I be trying to take your jobs. I be trying to work on jobs I don't need to be working on. Like I be doing so much. I just had company over and I was like up since 9 this morning cooking, cleaning, you know what I'm saying? And she was like, you want to come with me, go hang up some signs? I was like, oh man, sis, I'm like, I'm gonna have to sit this one out with you today. I said I wasn't even thinking about the podcast then. I had to lay down and take me like a little nap. I was like, I can take a little power nap, then I can get up and take on the world. All I need is like 30 minutes. I promise you.
Come on.
But my husband's like, babe, what time you doing your podcast? I'm like, oh snap, I do got a podcast today at 5:00. It was 4:50 something. I'm like, yo, let me call sis. We still doing this today? Oh, okay. All right, I'm ready.
Yeah, I was ready.
So
it was hella quiet in here the whole time until it was time for me to get started. Then it started getting loud and unruly. I'm like, all right, Murphy's alone. But yeah, I'm trying to get out of that overbooking myself and overdoing it. Like, I learned my lesson this Sagittarius season. I sit my ass down. Y'all might see me do a lot because that's the only time I pop out is when I'm doing something. But I really been trying to learn how to slow down and rest in the wintertime as I'm supposed to. And, yeah, this was, it's been an interesting Tahuti season. And I learned my lesson. I was put in a position where I had no choice but to sit there.
Well, we in a Tibet cycle right now. If you went that way, we in a Tibet cycle right now. And in the Tibet cycle, it's, everything ain't what it seems. So it's like a double entendre because Tibet got bars and he funny as fuck. And he don't give a fuck about your life, but he care about your life at the same time. So
I believe it.
you thought this was that. Like, nah, like, so it's all together. One of them episodes of The Wire, Marla was talking to the security guard outside of the store. Like, he was just in a card game where he lost mad money. So he went into the drugstore. He got a water and a lollipop. Like, so he paid for the water, but he stole a lollipop. Like, Duke seen him steal a lollipop. He paid for the water, and because he got something took it from him, he needed to get it back. You understand? So he took it. You see what I'm saying? And he just walked out with the joint. So my man came outside doing the security guard thing. Like, it's a lollipop. Like, well, like it really wasn't worth nothing. You see what I'm saying? So he like, he come approach him, you see what I'm saying? And he said he not stepping to, but you came outside to approach him. So what else are you doing? You see what I'm saying? So he had it in his mind one way and it was another way. You see what I'm saying? So Marlo told him, he said, you want things to be one way. This is what he's telling him. He's like, you want things to be one way. And he's like, why you keep saying that? So when Chris pulled up and he hopped out the car, he said, but it's the other way. So now you out here, you about to be missing because you came outside and stepped to me about this lollipop. You understand? Like it was your store. It ain't your store. We don't care nothing about them Asians. I paid for the water and I took this as a tip. You understand what I'm saying?
And I took
it wasn't worth what you thought it was going to be for you coming outside. Like, they didn't send you outside. You took it upon yourself to come outside. Now you playing. Now it's the other way. So, and that cycle was kind of like that. You might have it fixed up in this kind of way, but it's this way. You see what I'm saying? It's this way, then it's that way. And it's this way, and it's that way. And it's this way, and it's that way. So the only way for you to make it through that cycle, like they talking about Mercury retrograde and all these delays and stuff like that, is to keep your head in tune. You know what I'm saying? Keep your head and your wits about you to be able to navigate. So you might have to leave a little early. You might have to have a little more patience. You see what I'm saying? Because it's jokes. You see what I'm saying? Like, it ain't that serious. Like, if you want to go out there and crash your car because you in the rush to be somewhere because you could have left earlier. You see what I'm saying? The joke on you. Yeah, you sitting on the side of the road like, okay, where are you going now? You're not going any place. Your ass is stuck there on the side of the road. So something that you was in a rush to go do, you was in a rush to do this. So it's telling you jokes on you. So like you were saying, Sunshine, about taking that time that you need to take that time, you take that time. You see what I'm saying? Or time take you. What you gonna do? You gonna take the time you need to take, or time gonna take you? You see what I'm saying? If I ain't getting enough rest, my body will just be like, all right, it's a wrap. I'm gonna shut you down right now. You see what I'm saying? Like, not in a convenient time. You're like, boom, push the button. So being mindful in these different cycles, everything got its
That shit
own.
cold.
It's a cold game. You see what I'm saying? It's a cold game.
Mm.
So
Mm.
homie ended up in the vacant because of a lollipop. You understand what I'm saying? Like he ended up missing over a lollipop. So it just
Yeah.
don't make
Right.
It make no sense. So you don't want that instance to be you because you in that space of trying to force something in a situation where it wasn't supposed to be at, and it was just to teach you. You see what I'm saying? So one way or
Yeah.
another, in regards to them crossroads, because they're all kind of connected and interrelated in that cycle. What else can we expect from y'all? What else y'all got going on? Y'all got hella stuff going on, so don't be trying to be bashful and shit over here. Like y'all got hella stuff
Shit,
going
I'm
on.
trying to sit here
Y'all
and
got
think what the hell's gonna happen to me and shit. Hell, if I don't sit my ass down,
Yes. Go sit
shit,
there
I'm over here
down.
thinking
She
like,
not
damn, what's
even
going?
sprain her ankle.
Yeah, I did. I was talking shit.
Yeah, I'm okay.
I did sprain my damn ankle, and it's still a little swole, but it's getting better now. I can walk on it though. But that first day, the first 2 days, I couldn't do nothing. I was like, damn, sis. But what happened was I was talking shit about my neighbor. I was fussing at my kids. I was going off on everybody and expressing how frustrated I was. You know what I'm saying? And I went to go take some trash out to the compactor. And I stepped off, still talking shit, and fell my big ass on my ankle. And I managed to crawl back into my car because I couldn't get up at all, no walk. That thing was swollen like a damn ham hock. Do you hear me? And I just had to like lay up in the bed for like 3 days or whatever. I'm like, yo. And I really had the same people I was fussing at is everybody that I need to depend on for a
It be
temporary,
just like that.
for a temporary moment. Because I was just frustrated because I just felt like I was just overwhelmed with doing a whole lot, you know what I'm saying? And I just felt like I just be doing too much. And you know what I'm saying? I just be doing too much and I be talking too much. I be expressing myself a little bit too much and nobody's listening. And then I was like, if I just take my time and just calm down, not get myself overworked or whatever, this wouldn't happen and paid attention to what I was doing.
Slow down. That'd be the theme. I think from Less Nobodies, you could definitely expect the tour is coming. New music is coming. I've been aligned with. I keep getting in alignment in circles with like Wu-Tang and what's it, rock music and all of them. So expect music. Expect me to be in different circles that that I've never been in. I'm not gonna be around the same people this year at all. Expect, my jewelry is still out and about. I'm revamping that, how I go about doing that, because it's very consuming. And I would like for me being on stage doing the podcast and, doing my music, I would like for that to be, my focal point this year, because, it was a period of time where I sat down and I've been sitting down, but like, I just had a spot where I was like, listen, I know my lesson this year is like to stop doing so much. So like, where do you want my energy at? Like, what am I supposed to be doing right now? Because, I want to do it all. And just like right after I asked that question, I just started getting bombarded with these music opportunities and opportunities to speak and teach people. And it's just like, that's what I'm supposed to be doing. That's where I'm supposed to be at. All right, I'm going to do that. And, I'm just going to trust that all the other resources and things that I need, is going to be met because I'm doing what you're telling me to do. So that's where I'm at right now, just, learning how to trust and, and staying focused on the steps that were ordered for me. So yeah, you could see me keep doing the Seeds of Sun podcast with Foxy Roxy every other Saturday. You could still see me, every Saturday with Danielle doing Virgo Version Talk. Every Monday, I'm planetary forecast where I talk about where the planets are at for the next 7 days. On Wednesdays I do the hump day readings. If you guys want tarot readings, if you guys are in, I don't just do tarot because I don't really need the cards to read people, but I utilize that for people that are, still into the cards. But I'll read your name for you. I'll read your birthday for you. I do the gematria and the numerology readings. And I really just been in the space of teaching people, doing these therapy sessions. Y'all know I got my background in psychology and behavioral coaching and all that. So, I've been helping people one on one, with their natal charts in a therapeutic sense. Teaching them, how to heal from different things according to their natal charts. I put your natal chart into your chakra center. So when your chakras are in balance, what planets or houses or zodiacs you speaking to, because all this shit is in you. you know um it can be outside of us as well, like as above so is below. So you got to know that this stuff is inside of you, it's not just out and around you. So I get into that in therapy settings, but also in a one sitting reading or whatever. And I feel more of a focal point being there than on my jewelry. Just teaching people and helping people heal. And that's what you can expect from me if anybody's interested in booking me. BlessNobodiesCollection.com on everything, whether you on Instagram, Bless Nobody's Business. You can go on Google. I got the business page up there. You can just communicate with me through the Google page or go on my website, whatever. That's all I got, I think.
Danielle, you said something slick earlier. I wrote it down in my head, and I was like, okay, she's not about to leave before she talk about it a little bit more.
I said?
You said that doing the podcast is therapeutic for you. So if you could,
It
you
is.
unpack that a little bit more for me, pretty please.
Well, you may not know it or not, but I am pretty shy. And I limit myself as well. Also, but I like to learn, and I like to. I am. I'm an extrovert, but but I am like camera shy or what have you, and I don't like really speaking on camera. I'm not really. I didn't think I was great at it, but I always love to communicate, and I always love to learn, and I always love to teach people. And in my line of business, I'm always giving some guidance and giving some advice to someone else. And with this, with the podcast, whenever I'm speaking to Sunshine, it's a lot of instruction, it's a lot of guidance there, and it's a lot that I'm learning about myself, especially in the first season. I learned a lot about myself when I learned about my natal chart, and it's all making sense to me now. So what I'm focusing on every day moving forward is to become more better at peace with myself, and to know that I am good enough, because there's a lot of self-doubt that I do have still. And just know that I bring something as well. I bring a lot as well. It's a lot I contribute to with my customers that come to my business. I always find myself, like I say, counseling somebody, and I never think I'm accredited to do so, but I am just based off of life experiences. But I also plan on expanding myself. I want to get into like Reiki healing, sound healing. It's everything I can to help my clients or whoever. I drive for Lyft throughout the week, and I find myself being a damn counselor. People love telling me their personal, their interpersonal stories or whatever, you know what I'm saying, and looking for advice and some guidance or whatever. And they look at me, they see that I have a business on my profile, and they're like, "Oh, okay, you certified?" I'm like, "No, I'm not certified in anything or whatever." But I know what I know, and I'm good at what I do. But I plan on to get better, and that's what I have. Because otherwise, when people ask me what I do, I say I make soap. I just make soap.
She does so much more than make
Tell
soap.
us about the soap
What
journey
did
though.
you say?
You don't get to slide without being communicative, like entrepreneurial.
Okay.
You got to talk about the soap journey and
Okay.
all that.
So how I
Tidbit.
began making soap is okay. How I began making in my soap journey was this. Okay. So I have light skin elements like eczema. Okay. And there was a lady that my cousin told me to purchase some soap from. She said she has like some turmeric soap or what have you. Because prior to that, you know what I'm saying, I was using like some body washes, some Dove or whatever. But I didn't use Dove anymore because for one, they had that little commercial I didn't like, and I ain't forgot about it. And then also I didn't like the ingredients. So I was using like some natural body washes or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But it still wasn't like really helping my skin like how I needed to. So I started purchasing some products from a lady or whatever. And she also does wholesale. So I started buying them from her wholesale. And, I wanted to get into the business of, selling products, and helping other people with their skin issues or what have you. So it was like a business partnership gone bad or whatever because it was more seen as competition. I didn't know how to make soap. Okay. So my husband kept telling me, like, you're going to have to learn how to make soap, you know what I'm saying, eventually. I was like, I don't want to make soap. I just want to buy it from her, you know what I'm saying, and sell it like that, like Mary Kay or, Avon. But yeah, when the partnership went sour, I had to end up learning how to make it and kind of find out I was actually pretty damn good at it. And my products were a lot better than hers. They were actually healing too, because my skin ain't really never got any better until I started bathing with my own soaps. Then I started selling them. Other people started buying them. And it went from soaps for your face and, your outer skin to yoni soaps and soaps that help with pain, like the men's body bar, Cool and Breeze body bar, or whatever. And it went from that to turmeric moisturizer, male enhancements. I was actually pretty proud of myself when I when I created the male enhancement. Because I felt I needed something for the men. Because a lot of the times we don't hear about men taking care of their reproductive system or what have you. They're not on it like women are. Not say that y'all don't, but y'all need something to help y'all as well. But it not only helps with your reproductive system, it helps with your focus, your stamina, all that. And yeah, that's how I started my business, and that's what I'm doing now. I'm pretty proud of myself though. I came a long way because I didn't like making products. I didn't like making products at all. I had no interest. I have eczema on my face. So does she have a soap for my face? Yes, I have a charcoal. I have an activated charcoal bar that helps with your face. What it'll do is it'll absorb, it'll draw out all the toxins out of your skin. So it is drying, but what you want to do is you want to follow through with like a moisturizer, turmeric moisturizer behind it. It also helps to like lighten the dark marks that the eczema leave or acne leaves on your face. Mm-hmm. And also you have to pay attention to what you how your diet intake is, because a lot of our skin problems, it comes from our gut, what we're eating. And I had to straighten up a lot. I had to take away a lot of candy and sugars and stuff that I used to enjoy to eat out of my diet, because I figured that was the key ingredients that was causing my skin to act up. My website is bodyandyoni.com, BODYANDYONI.com. I'm on Facebook, Body and Yoni Essentials. I'm on Instagram, Body and Yoni Essentials. And you can hit me up on my personal Facebook page, Danielle Combs. Combs like Diddy. Take that. I know that was cheesy.
That was fly.
I hope I answered your question. I get pretty lengthy.
No, look, let me tell you something about this place right here, okay? This place is a place
Mm,
of celebration. Okay. Your skin got you in. Your skin got you in. Okay. Your
Thank you.
skin got you. This your website right here.
Yes,
This you.
that's me. It looks so beautiful on a computer. I'm always looking at it on my phone.
Well, it's supposed
Oh
to
yeah, I
look
got a
good
little
in both
chime in.
places.
Yes, also right there in the chat box, you can hit me up on the chat if you have any questions. I'm right here, so I can respond instantly to you, no matter how late, no matter how early. Now, if I don't get to you right then and there, best believe I will get to you. Greetings. Somehow people love to get stuck on the about page, though. If you go on that, it looks different on the mobile site.
Tell me where to go. Where you at? What you want me to do? Products.
Can you see the products? Products.
Yes.
You see a products up there at the top,
Mm-hmm.
right next to my right next to my logo. Mm-hmm. You can go on the men and women. Okay. And the products under the men and women, some of them are still there, except for the Yoni Steam, the Yoni Pearls, the Yoni Poppin' Pops, and the Super Hard shouldn't be under there, but somehow it was under there.
If you ain't got it together, brother, she got it for you to get together.
The Super Hard, that is my number one. That is my number one seller by the men. I don't know why they only. I mean, they love the Super Hard and they like the men's Cool and Breeze bar. I guess they figure everything else ain't for men, but I have a men's phone wash as well. But I promoted the Super Hard as a male enhancement because
you promoted the Super Hard.
my husband actually came up with the name Super Hard. I was like, babe, I don't know what to call it. It used to just be called male enhancement. I said, I want something more catchy. He was like, shit, Super Hard. I'm like, okay. I can see it right now with the eggplant with the cape on it. Okay. And that thing worked though. Okay. That thing worked though. The man be on it. They be on it. They be on it though. I was supposed to start to market that thing a lot bigger. I did manage to get in contact. Someone got in contact with me. One of the sex shops around here. I gave him 3 good samples a couple weeks ago or whatever. I didn't follow back up with him yet or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But he was very excited to take them or whatever. He didn't care what it was. You're like, yeah, let me get that. I'm like, okay, I got you. But yeah, I plan on the marketing in herbal shops and sex shops as well, though. But I don't want to just market it as a sex product because it does so much more, though. But you know how nasty some people are.
Look, you got real reviews right here. Okay, outstanding. Okay, she said outstanding. Okay. Okay.
And that's the hardest thing. People don't always leave a review. I would have thousands and thousands of reviews if people could just tell me how did you feel about the product. They love to hit me up in my Facebook inbox and just let me know how much they enjoy the product. What is the goddess gown? The goddess gown is for when you steam your yoni, when you use the yoni herbs. You will use the goddess gown to drape over your body. Basically you wear it's like a dress that you put on, or you can wear it as a skirt, and it's supposed to lock in the steam when you're sitting on your yoni throne, when you have the herbs in there steaming your vagina out. So it's cleaning out your vagina. It's also a spiritual healing. Yes, better than the robe. And those gowns, that gown, click on that gown for me real quick if you can. Those gowns were handmade and sewn by a goddess I know named Comfort Lioness. She's on my Facebook page. She lives in Ghana. So that is a real African premium fabric. And it's reversible as well. See, it has a nice silky lining on the inside of it. Those are the ones I have left, though. I think I got 4 left. I think I had like about 15 of them. But yes, and they're very, like I said, they're very high quality. I love your yoni pots. Thank you. I have electric ones that I get from a vendor. And then I have like the plastic ones, but I don't really like the plastic ones because some women don't mind like steaming on their toilet. But I make it available. I make it a convenience for people to do so. Also, we were also talking about like having a yoni steaming shop or whatever. Where women can come and do yoni steaming as a group. So I was looking at buildings. We'll be placing the order. I appreciate you. Thank you, Diamondbag Entertainment. I appreciate you. And that's the famous yoni soap right there with the shape of vagina. Everybody love to inbox me about that one as well. Yeah, those are my products though. I hand make everything.
Hand make everything. And she got the revolts.
If you don't see them on the website,
you heard that. Look, you heard that review. Okay, you seen that review? It was written out there. Okay, look, the official tester. And this is said.
It's hard to get me a man to send me a review about the super hard. Some are willing to do it. Some of us like, all right, I'll let you. I'll give you a review. All right, they'll let me know personally how the review was. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to put it out there and they use the male enhancement. But it's nothing to be bashful about, though. You know, it's something to heal your body.
Right.
It gives you energy drink better than energy. It gives you energy better than energy drinks. You should take it every day. Seriously. Ashwagandha, maca root, ginseng. And horny goat weed and citrulline. Come on.
All of the
you're gonna be Superman all day.
Okay. All so you can get the hallelujah together. Okay.
Okay.
It is supposed to hallelujah. Okay. Not the hallelujah. Okay.
Okay. Look, the women get the holy water with the yoni steams or the yoni pops or the yoni pearls, and you get the super hard with the man. Okay.
Yeah. That's what you call quality time. Okay. That's what you call self-care. Care for yourself. Quit bullshit with yourself. Okay.
Indeed.
Sunshine walking on the moon somewhere. You see what I'm saying? Sunshine is walking on the moon. Okay.
The sun has set. Thank you for checking out my site, 100 Black. Yes. And if y'all add my Facebook page, add the Body Yoni Essentials Facebook and Instagram. Follow, like, and share. Please share. Sharing is caring. And also, you can earn loyalty points as well. As soon as you sign up to a website, I'm gonna give you some points. You get 100. I'm gonna give you 20 automatic loyalty points. You get 100. You think you get like 30% off, or 30% off, like $20-something. So yeah, can't beat that.
Can't beat that with a bat.
Yeah, I be helping people. I be throwing in a little extra and stuff too. I'm sorry. I've gotten back into my giving spirit, where I want to just give people extra stuff.
Look at you. Look at God. You see that? You see how God works? Right there. Yeah.
I try. I've been a little selfish sometimes, but I try. They love when I have giveaways.
Sometimes they ain't worth a damn. Okay, just being honest. Sometimes they ain't worth a damn. So you gotta pull back a little bit. And,
I had to
work their way.
I really did. They'll be like, "You got a coupon?" I'm like, "Sis, you already got free shipping. You know how much shipping costs? Me,
right?
And you only buy one soap.
Yeah.
I ain't made no profit off of that." I'm really not here to
let me get a sip for 15 cents. Fuck the cup. Pour it in my hand for a dime.
I'm really not trying to capitalize. I'm really trying to help though, but I'm trying to make it profitable for me as well. So I can expand, you know. I sent your friend request, Michelle. Thank you, Michelle. Give me my phone, girl. See, I'm always got something going.
That's the cue. That means final thoughts for the family. Final thoughts. Final word. Tell them one more time everything you got going on, where to find you, how to find you, and all that. Since you, the Virgo Virgin Talk national intergalactical spokesperson right now, you understand what I'm saying?
Oh, she done beamed up.
She done beamed up.
Okay, so you can find us every Saturday on Virgo Virgin Talk on YouTube. Well, Virgo's L on YouTube. Our podcast is Virgo Virgin Talk on Facebook and Virgo Virgin Talk on Instagram. I'm Danielle Combs. You can find me on Facebook. My business is Body and Yoni Essentials. You can find that on Facebook, Instagram, and my website is bodyandyoni.com. BODYANTYONI. And I thank you so much for having me on the show.
Let me tell you how this happened. Sunshine put me in the headlock over the internet. She was like, yo, son, me and Danielle coming on the platform. I was like, yes, ma'am. You understand? And she was like, and say it with your chest. I was like, all right, you got to fix it right now. Don't worry about it. Just don't put me in the headlock no more. You said, just don't put me in the headlock no more. So I was like,
I see it right now with the cast on her leg. With you in the headlock.
Me in the headlock, her in the cast, over the internet too. I was like, my neck hurt a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm old enough to remember what's happening. So when Rod's mama used to hug him, he was like, Mama, I can't breathe. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was testing my gangster. I was like, don't tell nobody you be punking me like this. She was like, don't worry about it. Just make sure we on time. I was like, all right. Boom. So that's what it was. So you always welcome.
Oh, yeah. You know, and whenever you want to come up on our show, you know what I'm saying, you let us know. You ain't got to put us in the headlock, though.
Look, y'all too deep for me. I'm telling y'all. Like, I want to, let me get the
You got knowledge you could bring? I didn't know what you were talking about. You were talking about the Celeste something or whatever. I was like, well, dang. Okay.
Oh, the Charlie Murphy cycle? That was the Charlie Murphy cycle. That's what I meant.
Okay, the Charlie Murphy cycle. Okay.
Yeah.
But whatever it is you could bring, you could go ahead. You could bring whatever it is that you have. It's do the knowledge radio. Bring the knowledge.
Okay. I heard I got a little bit from time to time, depending on what day it is. Okay.
Yeah, it's all good though. It's no rush. Virgo Virgin Talk is here to stay.
That's what I'm talking about. Coming soon to a city near you.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be on tour next season 3 on tour.
Season 3 on location.
We coming through with the organites, with the crystals. Coming through with the soaps, the super hards, healing one city at a time.
One city at a time, okay. The Sunshine, she could heal a city and set a city on fire at the same time. So, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
They ain't like playing either. She just playing nice today, okay?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The sunshine can feel good or it can get real uncomfortable. Yeah.
So thank you for your time. I'm sure you might be able to get a nap now. You understand what I'm saying? And I'll be back on with Foxy Roxy at 9 o'clock. So we'll be back here at 9 o'clock.
All right, Foxy Roxy. I make sure I got to tune in because Foxy. Hold my hand. Stop. That's a child.
We out of here, y'all. It's all love. Hey, look.
Peace.
Hey.
Yo, peace and black power. It's your brother knowledgebornallah. Do the knowledge radio. The place where knowledge is born.
Knowledge radio.
This is 3K.
Think tank.
This is 3K. This is 3K.
I swear that knowledge is born. It's where I swear that knowledge is born. It's where I swear that knowledge is born. It's where I swear that knowledge is born. Who ran, who ducked, who drew down, return fire. We're the warriors, the healers, enlighten us. I'm tired of the same old, that game old with an upgrade. I'm a sunbathe in the sun rays while my guns blazing, they complain. Devil, my level not attainable. My metal, not malleable. I'm a man, didn't need that manual. Reparations is incalculable. Yeah, we wanted in blood, dead in the begging, head in the beheading, metal to the meddling. Members is aggressive, getting to the Armageddon. Karma, seem calmer when it comes to retribution. Catalyst in my clips and I use them on traitors and haters and the ones that spread confusion. Cause the devil's playground wasn't built for our amusement. Meet me at the guard hour. In these strange days, you gon' need a strong counter. Spin like Beyblade. Impenetrable armor, Orient aura. This story, this saga get gory before it get calmer. Keep holding that revolutionary posture. 85 on dip and dodger, but when they get monster, they turn into MC like earrings and become door knockers. I'm irate, they pirate the culture, send them to Davy Jones' locker. It's okay. Let them think that you lost it. Be patient, this type of thing you can't force it. Play possum, but nah, not know about the road. And they can't comprehend cause the language is coded. We plan ideas and we plan explosives. Make your pockets go from more bits to more bread. The portal done open, they can't close it. You ain't got a sideline, you could cause more risk. No set birth date, no Dorian Gray portraits. It's about to get ugly and these devils can't forfeit. Ancestral memories, so no, I won't forget. What we building is an impenetrable fortress for sure. Every show is just like a course ship, and my flow for sure tighter than your gal's corset. It's okay. We are the source, you can't outsource it. Even Spartans don't want no parts, Neff. What do you know? Before you know it, 3,000 wild Africans at your doorstep. Meet me at the guard hour. In these strange days, you gon' need a strong counter. Spin like Beyblade. No, we will not cower while the rest they play safe. We will move with God's power. This is not for play. Honor my ancestors, play the Orient day. Peace to you, loved ones, stay dangerous and stay safe. AKAs and AKs coming to make their caves cave. Wreck the race like take case, stay dangerous and stay safe.
Yeah. Now we gonna tell them. That in front. We tell them like this, yo. I'm an African. I'm a African. I'm an African. I'm a African. Yeah, y'all like that? No more. This man's mind is open. I'm an African. I'm a African. I'm an African. I'm a. Let's get back to the gritty.
Motive is best developed by recognizing the common enemy.